Ruckus in the Records proudly brings to you the Dogwater Radio Show, starring Dogbite Harris. Also featuring Jody Mattern as the lovable but perverse Blackwater Derg.
Sensuous,
Animalistic,
carnal,
unchaste,
hedonic,
sharpened,
lustful,
bodily,
steamy.
animalistic.
West Coast Radio. Visit us at westcoastradiopodcast.com.
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks, with me on the Zoom, I got the Devil's Son, Mr. Bob Wayne. What's up, buddy?
So flat Earth, okay, is
This is how we're gonna kick the show off.
is what I want to talk about today. I've
Flat
been
Earth.
waiting for this moment to talk about the flat Earth situation. I just found out about this.
Yeah. Enlighten
Have
me.
you known about this?
Well, I mean, I've heard some things, but enlighten me.
So what I was told is now I'm no scientist, but something about the AI, artificial intelligence, and the world is flat, and but what I don't understand about that is, what about the sun? And you know what they say about that? It's somebody turning it on and off.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Man, I've been watching way too much YouTube in this quarantine, dude.
Well, right on.
I went down the flat. I found myself watching flat earther videos, going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, you know you've been on YouTube a little too long when you get down that rabbit hole, buddy.
Yeah, man. You know what's weird is I watch only YouTube now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't watch Netflix hardly. I don't want to watch. It's weird, man. It's like, for some reason, I get like, I don't know. Do you watch YouTube a lot?
Not as much as I used to, but I still do. I do watch. You know, I don't watch a lot of anything anymore, man. Really, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just fucking busy, man. And I do watch a little like TV. But I don't watch YouTube as much as I used to. I listen to Spotify a lot. I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Have you heard of this Clubhouse thing? Clubhouse app?
What's that?
So it's like invite only. You have to have an iPhone. It's like Hollywood entertainment app. Do you have an iPhone?
No, I have Samsung.
Oh damn! I'm allowed to invite 2 people. I'm on there.
Oh really? But you're on a
there's
Samsung
three
right now.
that
Do you got an iPhone?
I got 2 phones.
Oh, okay.
I got the Samsung right now, and I also have an iPhone.
I remember you had the first iPhone ever.
I did, dude.
Remember when we went out on tour?
Poster boy.
We had like flip phones, dude.
Yeah.
All of us had flip phones, except you had the iPhone. It was all fancy, and you could get internet to it. It was before anybody could really get any internet to anything. You could check.
And before
email.
that, I had the T-Mobile. Sidekick.
Oh
so
yeah.
I could get MapQuest.
Fucking pioneer days of fucking touring back when you still had to fucking.
Dude, I toured Brazil. Yeah, I toured Brazil once with no GPS.
Oh fuck.
Only maps and asking people.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude.
Dude, speaking of that, dude.
We were showing up to gigs at like 2 a.m. and shit.
You know what I want to talk about in this interview?
I want to talk about you getting stuck in fucking Europe when they're shutting everything down. That's what I want to talk about in this interview.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I was
That was
stuck in a
cool.
forest in a van.
Well, here's the thing. You know me, dude. It doesn't matter. I'll find a way. Dude, there was some crazy shit that went on with that though.
That's what you're saying,
Because
man.
we were in Italy. You remember when the whole thing happened and it was Italy was first. Italy
Mhm.
was the first place to like shut down, like really lock down, like shut their borders and
Yeah, I
like we're
remember.
shut. We're So Italy was first. I was there that day going into Italy. We crossed into Italy that day. And
Wow.
something told the venue owners were like, come on, man. And I was calling him. I said, dude, I think they're gonna shut it down. And the guy's like, dude, no, it's just the government. We're still gonna have a party. Well, we pre-sold like 80 tickets, man. Uh Please, and I was like, dude, I don't cancel fucking shows,
No, I
right?
thought you tried to hitchhike once. I've seen you cancel one show. I was on tour with you for the better part of 2009.
Yeah, but I'll do everything to not cancel a tour, but for some reason I was like, dude, I gotta go, bro. I gotta turn this van around, man. I gotta get the fuck out of Italy because I was afraid. I wasn't afraid of like at that point. I wasn't afraid of like COVID. I was afraid of being stuck in Italy
Mm-hmm.
and locked down in there and not be able to leave or some shit. You know what I mean? Get
Yeah.
stuck in some quarantine or something. So I was literally hauling ass out of fucking Italy. Then we got stuck in a blizzard in the Alps, right at the Swiss Italy border, which you don't think of Italy as being in the Alps, but it is. And it was like white out blizzard. I had to go turn around, go back into Italy, find chains in somewhere in it, like people don't speak English there very well either. I fucking found chains, put chains on, made it over the Swiss Alps into Switzerland. And then Switzerland wasn't closed yet. So we ended up doing our show there. Then we headed into Spain and Portugal. Well, Spain started canceling, but Portugal was like, no, it's okay. Come here. We still want you. And so I went to Portugal. Well, I went to Portugal and it was at that point, all news stations, everyone's dying. They're talking all this crazy shit. They're talking about, all this crazy shit. Everything's getting closed. And we played. This is another one where the guy's like, come on, man. And I was like, dude, I don't know. I think I got to get the fuck out. Well, he talked. We talked to him. Bafo. It was in Portugal. We ended up, okay, man. I'm gonna play the show, but I'm playing, and I'm going right after the show. So we went. We played the show. We started hauling ass. Portugal's at the very bottom of your.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you can
out there,
see
man.
Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You can see Africa from Portugal.
Oh, really?
You
Yeah,
know
my
what I
friend just
mean?
moved to Portugal.
So, anyways, this is when became really real for me of like the seriousness of it was we were in Spain, and this is where like it hit me that like I mean I knew it was real, but this is where it like really hit me like, oh shit, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I tried to drive all night. I had to stop at a truck stop, middle of Spain somewhere, middle of nowhere. I wake up the truck stop, right, and I go to walk in, and it's cops all guarding the doors and everything. And they're like, you can go in real quick, but we're shutting this whole thing down. And everyone's got to leave the truck stop. And I said, why? And these guys are wearing fucking masks and gloves and shit. And this is before masks were a thing, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? It wasn't really like a big thing
Yeah.
yet. And so we were like, but these cops were all wearing them. And I was like, why are they wearing them? He goes, oh, well, there's a Chinese bus coming in here full of Chinese people. And they are all like being quarantined and they're going to be here at the truck stop. So they were using a truck stop for this Chinese bus of tourists who got caught up in the whole thing, just being on vacation, you know. So these guys came from China on one of these tour bus things, and they got screwed. So they shipped these guys to a truck stop. And then I was like, okay, dude, if they're taking bus loads of people and putting them in truck stop, I was like, it's time to fucking go. It's time to go now. We gotta go, you know, because I was like, I don't want to be stuck in some fucking quarantine somewhere.
And truck stops in Europe aren't as cool as ones here. Like, I could live in a truck stop in America, I'm pretty sure, and have a pretty good time.
Imagine those Chinese people, dude, just thinking they're going on vacation.
No shit.
They get on the bus, they're on one of them tourist bus, and all of a sudden the driver's like, vacation's over, and you guys are all going to live at this truck stop.
Jesus fuck.
Because they had to quarantine them. Because that's where they were saying that the thing came from, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, it was nuts. So then I ended up at, you know, Heinrich.
Yeah.
I ended up at Heinrich's house, and he quarantined me because he didn't want me to fucking get them sick. So, but I never got sick. I just lived in his basement for a couple weeks. Then I had to make an executive decision because, you know, back then we didn't know what was going to happen yet. I was thinking a month or two, maybe, you know. Definitely thought the tour was going to be canceled. But I didn't think, you know, no one thought it would be this long. But at that point, I was like, do I want to stay in Germany or do I want to go back to the States, you know? And I ended up deciding to go back to the States, which I'm really glad I did because I think I would be stuck in Europe right now, right?
I'm not sure how it all worked, man. You know, fuck. I don't know if they're doing I don't know if they're doing international flights yet or not.
Exactly. So I might have been I don't know, but
I think you came over. I know you came over right before they fucking locked everything down.
And dude, when I flew, it was the weirdest flights of my life. I've been to Amsterdam a million times, in Heathrow and London Heathrow. I went to Amsterdam, London Heathrow. They were empty. It was so weird. It was like totally empty. It was like it was like apocalyptic looking because I've never seen Amsterdam or London Heathrow totally empty. Just like a few people walking around, like covering their faces and shit. I'm like, dude. Yeah, it was a trip, man, but I made it.
Yeah. Right on, man. So now you're just back in Alabama doing some work on the old house, huh?
Yeah, I'm just kind of making a little bit. I haven't really done much work. I sheetrocked one room. Kind of organized my porch a little bit. You know, you don't really need a lot. I don't need a lot. Like, I was thinking, I'm afraid to like spend. I don't have a lot of money either right now because I've toured in over a year. But so it's kind of like I'm trying to save my money just in case. Who knows how long this will go?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I don't want to buy a bunch of sheetrock. I have one room sheetrock. That's good enough.
Yeah, you don't need.
You know what I mean? What's sheetrock? It's the rest of the house is just wood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like opened walls. But I spend most of my time on the porch anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Sleep in there pretty much.
No, I sleep in the bedroom, but I spend my days on the porch.
Yes, I said you sleep in there pretty much.
Yeah, I sleep in here. I do work on the computer in here, and then I mainly like just hang out on the porch.
Wow. What happened to Bob?
What else do you do?
I know. It's so funny though. I get this interview with Bob Wayne and I'm just hanging out on my porch. Usually it's I just did 363 days in a year a tour. I only took Christmas off because they made me.
Dude, I had 365 shows booked.
I know. I helped you fucking book them.
I know. Dude.
Yeah, you were going for the world fucking record, man, and everything got shut down.
Oh, dude.
That's right. You'll go for it again, man.
I don't know,
and
man.
I think we could do it better.
Yeah.
I do, man. I really do. I think we could do it better than we did last time. I think it might have
Okay.
been. I don't think you would have did it because I think there was too many gaps. There's too much potential for shit to fall through, and not enough time to properly do it. You know.
Okay.
I think we need.
Now we would have made it work. We would have made it work.
Yeah, but I feel like if we take a little more time on it next time, we can do it.
Yeah. Well, let's just give it a little while because
Oh yeah, no, fuck no. I ain't gonna try to book it now. Like we gotta be
like a
sure things are
couple
going.
years maybe.
Yeah, no, I figure like maybe this year we should start getting the feet wet again, like we were talking, and then
The backyard barbecue shows, dude, solo.
yeah, yeah. So the backyard barbecue solo. So if any of you guys on here that are listening would like a personal show with Mr. Bob Wayne in his or in your backyard, not his backyard, let us know. We're
Dude,
taking orders.
speaking of that, I actually am. I've been getting my yard ready. Like I have 6 acres of woods out in the middle of Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Dude, how does this sound? Check this out. I'm thinking about doing this. It'll be called Hillbilly Heaven
Oh man.
Festival, right?
Yeah.
But only 50 people are allowed. Like it's only 50 people. It's a camp out here. You get 10 days and the whole thing ends, obviously it'll have to be when and I have a school bus
Mm-hmm.
that holds 89 people. So I'll take them on a school bus and I'll have like a tour guide microphone and everything.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go like to the alligator swamp, the alligator place. We're gonna go to like the caves, and I'll take them on like all these cool like tourist shit, you know?
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, and it'll be like a Bob Wayne tour guide through the South.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh little like they get a show every night.
No, no, we'll get what it'll end like with a show or something. Like I was thinking about like doing it like Muddy Roots weekend and like having like 50 people fly out to Alabama that wanted to go to Muddy Roots and
Oh.
but they come like a week early and we spend the whole week like going to do fun shit and the whole thing like ends at Muddy Roots,
That'd be
like
kind of cool, man.
right?
And you just drive everybody up to the airport in Nashville
Yep,
and drop them all
yep,
off.
exactly.
That'd be kind of fun. I think you'd have to worry about some clashing personalities and shit, but
Well, we'd keep it quick and I'd vet everyone and it's only allowed 50 people.
yeah. Yeah, and
I have a feeling it would be mostly Europeans that would probably want to fly over for that.
oh, yeah, that makes sense. All your European friends, yeah.
And I think that they're they're all pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Our fans are friends and they're just like normal people, So I don't think the personality thing would be a problem at all. I did it once with like a group from Sweden, and they never laughed harder in their lives. You know what I mean? And we were like eating in Walmart parking lots, and I was there showering in truck stops. They loved it so much.
Right on. Were you like supplying the food or what?
Oh yeah, I was like, dude, this is you guys want to spend a week with Bob Wayne, man? Here we go. We're like barbecuing in Walmart. They're like, "Is this okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do it all the time." Like, people were walking by looking at us like we're crazy, and they were laughing so hard. They ended up just loving it though. They were like, "Dude, that was the best trip of our lives." I'm taking a truck stops and fucking Cracker Barrel every day. And, you know,
Yeah, dude. That sounds like a fucking blast. I did that once for like half a year.
yeah, oh yeah, with me, yeah.
Did it in a van and in the John Deere motorhome.
Dude, school buses are so much better.
Yeah, the John Deere was kind of a pain in the ass, man. I like the
It
van
really
better.
was.
That thing was always fucking breaking down. It was hotter than fucking shit in there.
Yeah, the school bus is still hot, but it's just sturdier.
Uh huh. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, the John Deere. It's not meant to do that. Really, it's meant for families.
No,
Like
no, yeah, exactly.
take it out once a year. You know, it's
Right.
not meant to
Yep.
load up all your stinky ass fucking bandmates and go on the road all across America for like 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, dude, but we did it.
Yeah, those are good times, man.
They really were.
Yeah, I think, dude, man, you might disagree, but I don't think you've ever topped that lineup, even with Liz and Jared, man. I fucking think that lineup with Uncle Buck, Dan, and Pat was your best fucking band. Really, I do.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm biased though.
I do love that band, but I've had a lot of good bands, but I think if I had to, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I think the best band if I had to put together an all-star band of
Our Carnies.
of the Outlaw Carnies, it would be well, and it would, let's say I can't use Andy Gibson because he doesn't tour anymore. If Andy would tour, he would be in there, but he doesn't tour anymore.
Yeah.
So excluding Andy Gibson, because obviously he's the man, but so leaving him out of it, it would be, and I had four of these guys at one time, and it was just shred. It was in the pocket. It was Matt Thomas because he played electric guitar and steel. And
Oh, he was
just good.
actually fire, dude. That guy was
Uh,
fucking good.
yeah, he's fucking good, dude. And then it would be Elmer on bass because I love Dan, don't get me wrong, but Elmer's got this like flashy shit. He's a next level guy that's just, you know, he lays it down.
Mhm.
Uh and then probably this guy Keeley on drums was Joe's a great drummer, you know. But this guy Keeley, man, he plays country for his life. So he's just really country drummer. So it was like I felt when I played with him, I was like, oh fuck, dude. Like he plays fucking country, you know. There's a swing to it that's fucking, you know, and that lineup, man, if I could have that lineup and Lucy with Lucy on fiddle, oh dude,
That'd be your ideal one.
that would be my A team.
Yeah.
I just probably just lost Joe's. If he listens to this, I love you, brother. I had to pick, man. You know.
Don't worry, nobody listens. They might if you're on here, but uh,
That's funny.
uh, yeah, dude. I love that lineup though, man. It's I don't know something about the mix of that people, you know, those people in there.
Oh,
It's,
it was, dude. That was actually the thing I love about that lineup is we were all real friends and brothers.
mhm.
So like these guys that I just talked about, they kind of developed into that later, but
Yeah,
they weren't before. Like Dan and me were friends at Pat before I was Bob Wayne.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So I used to be a roadie for Pat. So the cool thing about that lineup is it was like a real band. Like the fact that we all just like got together and like started playing music as friends.
yeah.
There was no like money or anything, you know,
Mhm.
yet. We weren't like, you know, there wasn't like it was just, wow, we're going to go on tour. Hell yeah. You
Yeah,
know, so we were all really friends.
yeah, yeah. Buck was kind of the outsider.
Buck was an outsider, but he became friends.
I was kind of an outsider too, but I think yeah, I fit in pretty quick. I think.
You fit in pretty quick, and you got that eastern blood in you.
Yeah, yeah. That was
That kind of
weird. I had no idea why that. You know, for some reason, man, I knew that we were supposed to be friends in this life. The
dude.
second I saw
Well,
you
didn't I see
play.
you walking down the road once or something?
Yeah, and you saw me in Ballard, and you're like, hey, and then you stopped, And then we just cruised around Ballard for about a half hour talking, and then you just dropped me off
I
at the
saw
bus
you on the
stop.
side of the road, and I
Yeah.
picked you up.
Yeah, I forget about that one. But yeah,
You
man,
were going
that's
to 7-Eleven.
but yeah, then oh yeah, and then I got that tattoo on my calf in the John Deere by
From
Jill.
Jill, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I knew we were supposed to be friends, and then he asked me to go on tour at like the perfect time. I just like dropped out of college and didn't have a job and moved back home and hated my life. Like I did not want to be here at all. And you were like, "Do you want to go on the road?" I was like, "Oh, dude, I would love nothing more than to just go on the road right now."
And
And
you did, and we
yeah,
loved it.
yep.
You
Yeah,
know,
man.
you know who I just thought of recently was Owen Mays. I
Yeah.
still have his I still have his number in my phone, and I was like scrolling through, and I thought about him. You guys had some crazy tours.
Yeah, we just did one big one that was fucking crazy. And we blew like, I don't know, so many fucking tires. Uh
I
but
remember
yeah, it
getting
was,
texts from you guys.
huh?
I remember getting a bunch of texts from you guys.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. It was bittersweet. There was like we were just struggling the whole time, so we're morale on the tour was low by the end of it. We'd got our ass kicked.
Yeah, man.
You still do the food game on the road where you fucking if you look away from you get somebody to look away from their food. Too many feelings
No,
hurt over that one.
no, we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I bet because it caused some issues. Remember when I stole your birthday dinner from you?
Oh, you son of a! You gave it back though, didn't you?
No, and yeah, well, no, but I was going to, but Dan and Pat were like, if you give it back to we're not talking to you for the rest of the tour.
Oh, you couldn't give it back to me.
Yeah, because I was going to, but you'd stolen
You,
so many people's fucking food that everybody was so fucking mad that they wouldn't
yeah.
let me give it back.
I'm
So
like, how? I'm like, how do people? How am I able to get people so much? Like, wouldn't you just learn not to
yeah,
look?
yeah, I don't know. I nailed you though. I think I was the only one on that fucking
Yeah, I was
goddamn.
hard to get.
Yeah, I was cherry picking it too. Like I'd planned it for like a good while. I was like, how am I gonna get him tonight? And like I didn't even order any food. I wasn't even hungry that night. I think that was part of it. It's just like I don't give a fuck about eating. I like so my whole focus was on fucking you over.
Oh, dude.
And I was like, how can I do it? And I was like literally just sitting there watching you eat, and you were like, oh, you get like kind of like a fucking princess on your birthday. You're like, oh, it's my birthday dinner. I think you had your guard all down because it was your birthday, and then you were like, uh, I need to get some ketchup. So you got up and you walked to the counter, got ketchup, and you sat down. And when you sat down, I noticed right behind you there was a stack of fucking ketchup packets, like right behind you on like a little shelf or something that was sitting there. I was like, "You dumbass! There was a bunch of ketchup right behind you." And you turned around to look at it, and I grabbed. You
Oh,
had cheesecake, and I think we were in Philly, dude. And you had a Philly cheesesteak, and you had cheesecake.
oh,
I grabbed every fucking bit of it, and the look on
you,
your face is so priceless. Cause
oh, dude, you got me back, dude. Do you remember in Atlanta, the camper
oh fuck,
story
oh
where
yeah,
the guy hit the camper?
that's one of my favorite stories to tell about that whole fucking tour, man. Uh,
That chick just wrote me the other day.
really, you still talk to her?
No,
Oh
she just wrote me randomly.
yeah,
She said, "You changed my life. Thank you."
yeah, huh? Yeah,
And
that
that
was
was it.
intense, dude. That was intense. I thought you were talking about the girls that were snorting pills in the fucking camper.
No, no, no. The
When
girl
you were
that
trying to get me to dress up like you were always trying to get me to dress up like you. And now I couldn't pull that shit off. I'm like two of you now, but back then I was pretty close to your size. I'm
back
like,
then we were pretty close, man. You could have easily well, because people kept going up to you wanting like autographs and pictures and
yeah,
shit.
we had our facial hair was kind of the same, and I always had the big
Yeah,
cop shades on. The only thing that was different is my hair was long, really, and like if
yeah,
I
but
was wearing a hat, Yeah, and you wore your hat frontward. I always wore mine backwards, so that was the only time that you could really tell sometimes. But yeah, you were always trying to get me to put. I wish I would have. I was such a bitch sometimes. I should have just did it. It would have made for a better story. But you
Oh
never
man.
could convince me to do it. But you wanted me to put it on so I could go scope those chicks out because you'd met them on MySpace, and
Oh
fucking you didn't know
yeah.
what they looked like. So like you were like, go check these chicks out, and then
I
we
was like, you should just go show up in the vest and everything.
Yeah, and then you've met some chicks in Kansas City that let us stay at their place, and you wanted me to do it then, too. Just put the cop shades on and put my vest on and go check it out. That's fucking hilarious, man. But yeah, that night we ended up taking those chicks back to that party. And then that other gal was fucking fucked up out of her mind, and her old man was, for the first time all night, she was being good, too. She was walking around starting shit all fucking night long. And for the first time all night, she was literally just standing there, not doing anything, and her dumb fucking redneck old man came and fucking literally choke slammed her like a professional wrestler. It was like right next to me too, and it was like one of those moments where everything happened so quick, like I knew I should have done something, but it happened so fast, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like I didn't even know how to react. She just went up in the air and then fucking got slammed down right next to me. And then he fucking got in her truck and backed into our fucking camper, lifted it off the fuck. It all happened in like 2 minutes. Lifted that fucking thing up off the ground, came back down, and all these these girls are snorting fucking pills in there. And I fucking poke my head in to see if everybody's all right, and they're just sitting there with like one's got a straw on her fucking hand, and like there's pill dust everywhere, and she's just like looks around like nothing happened, and you're terrified like a fucking stray cat in there, like what the fuck just happened? Because you didn't know what was going on. Yeah, he thought she was like waiting outside to fucking join your fucking Bob Wayne fucking wives club in there. But
Right, but she wasn't.
no, she was
I
just
didn't even
standing there.
notice.
She's literally doing nothing.
But then I heard that he yelled, "Fuck you, Bob Wayne," and threw out his Bob Wayne CDs out of the truck.
Earlier in the night, he'd been fucking shot by the cops a few weeks before that, and he had a colostomy bag.
He wanted me to sign his colostomy bag, and I wouldn't.
Yeah, and he wouldn't fucking. He wanted me to trade him merch, and we were down really low. I'm like, dude, I'm not trading you a fucking bag for a T-shirt, man. It's like you go talk to Bob about that shit, man.
So that chick, I haven't talked to her since then. I ended up hooking up with her that night.
Oh yeah,
right?
you gave a big speech about it. With cancel culture these days, we probably shouldn't talk about the speech that was given.
I forgot about what was the speech.
Oh,
She
you
was
were just.
down.
Well, the
No,
funny
she-
thing, dude,
She
it was
totally
fucking.
down.
Yeah, I know. It was fucking hilarious though because you came out and everybody now, and it was a big party out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Dude, it was fun. I was drinking moonshine. I probably only drank like 5 times on that tour. That was one night, and I was drinking fucking moonshine with a bunch of real hillbillies, and like you come walking out of the camper, and everybody's like waiting for you to say something profound or something, and you go, "That motherfucker owes me $50." That's how much the camper cost, was $50.
Yeah, it costed me $50. I'm like, that son of a bitch owes me $50. And the owner of the party's like, here you go, man. I'll pay for it. I was like, all right.
And like 2 nights later, we were in Atlanta. Actually, no, we were in Montgomery, Alabama with Honky Tonk Hustlers. And that fucking dude was running down people in the parking lot in his car.
Oh my God. Yeah. People wouldn't believe me if I started telling all the stories. That's just one little thing. Dude, people almost died.
Yeah, dude. So much crazy shit that night happened. There was this gal that was I don't know, borderline inbred or something. And I hadn't been laid all tour because, you know, the merch guy doesn't get laid. And I don't put myself out there like, you know, you do anyways. But that gal, she was wearing like a muumuu. And she was pulling her dress up. And fucking, it was like, I don't know, we were in this tattoo shop and it was really small and we were playing in there. But so the room was small, but anyways, you're all, dog bite. There you go. And you point at this chick and she's got her muumuu up and she's showing her hoo off to everybody. And I was like, not enough fucking tequila in the world, Bob.
Dude, yeah, there was a remember the mandolin player for Thomas for Honky Tonk Hustlers got hit in the head with a crowbar. They got
Oh,
robbed.
I forgot about that whole shit. That happened after that whole thing when they
Yeah.
were walking
And
into
then there
the
was the dude that got
motel.
all hit by the cars, and the guy was running down people in the parking lot. He ended up going to prison
Really?
for like 10 years for that.
Whoa.
They caught him.
They did? They got him, huh?
So that show like changed his life forever. He's probably just getting out right now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, fuck, man. That was nuts. Those guys were all drinking moonshine and doing dope, I think, is what was going on.
Oh yeah, they were fucked up.
Yeah.
Another weird thing is that guy's daughter got a hold of me yesterday.
Huh. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
She was like, I was 17 back then. I'm like 27 now.
Huh.
I live in Montgomery still. What are you doing? I heard you're in Alabama. And I was like, yeah, yeah. She's like married and lives in Montgomery. And I was friends with her dad, but she doesn't talk to her dad anymore, I guess. But
Huh.
anyways, it's just weird. All these people are coming back into my life from that tour.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like, yeah.
Now we're doing this video.
They hooked us up, man. They gave us a badass hotel that night, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, I think that's the night that I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, but I just remember that night was good. They gave us a good fucking motels that night.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Those are good times, man.
We had a lot of good times, dude.
Yeah, man. You got kind of more professional after those days, man. You kind of like, I don't know. Like you said, I think he started hiring more people as like hired guns and less of your friends. So it was a little, it's like, I don't know, it sounds like a lot of those hijinks don't happen as much anymore with you on the road.
Yeah, because I am pretty much all business now. Not all business, but
Yeah.
well, I'm not out like it used to be in my 20s and stuff and 30s. I cared more about like, chasing girls and trying to get laid and shit. Now I don't. Now I'm just like, the show is more important and the keeping the van running.
Yeah.
There's too much responsibility.
Yeah. So, what's the deal with Rogue? When are you gonna officially put that out? Now that we've,
I got Daddy's the singles coming out like next week. I'm just gonna drop it as singles like every month.
yeah, that's probably good. That's how they say to do it now, man. That's why I was kind of toying with this new single that I put out that I was telling you about, just to see how it go. That's what they're saying is everybody wants singles now. They don't want full albums. Say they leak a single out every month and put it out as an album. Is what they're saying. Everybody wants vinyl.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. But yes, that's what you're doing. You're gonna do that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. Fuck, that was kind of a train wreck, man. Anybody who listened to this interview that had to deal with the whole Rogue incident of 2020, man.
Oh, right.
I'm still getting emails about people who haven't got their shit.
That's not anyone's fault because the world was shut down.
Yeah, it wasn't anybody's fault, but still, I feel fucking bad for some of those people that waited, and then some of them didn't get them because when I mailed everything out, the post office went to shit on top of fucking on top of everything else that happened, the pandemic putting all the shit off and putting that all on the back burner, and then by the time we get everything ready to go, the fucking post office fucking goes to shit because
it was just the world was shut down, dude.
Yeah, man, it was nuts, dude. I'm glad things are starting to look up. I got both my vaccines, so I'm feeling pretty good, man.
Do you think that it's really going to be what do you call it?
What do you mean?
Do you think it's going to be like ever like normal again for shows?
I think so, man. I think give it a year, it'll be fine. I think the masks are gonna be a thing for a while. I'm over wearing mine. I got my vaccines. Here's what I think they should do is once the vaccine's more available, they should be like hey, here's a card uh, that shows that you got your vaccine. If you have this card with you, you don't have to wear a mask. But at any point in time, the cops can ask you to see that card, and if you don't have it, they're going to fine you. I think that'll encourage people to actually get the vaccine and stop this whole somebody's putting a microchip in you shit, because
You could,
everything's
hey
fine.
man, they could put a fucking iPad Nano in me if it means I can get drunk at Olive Garden.
They're already tracking us.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been doing it for years. I'm not
Dude,
that fucking
shove an iPad
interested.
Nano in me. I don't give a shit. Let's just get this shit going.
Yeah, you want to track me? Fine. Let's just get live back on and to a normal level, man. Because even me. Like I've been saying, I didn't realize I was such a fucking people person until I couldn't go out and hang out with people anymore.
Yeah.
Um, I'll tell you who I feel for are the music venues, man. Like the true ones, like the ones that,
A lot of them are done.
yeah, yeah, and they didn't get any fucking help through this shit, man.
They're
Nothing.
done.
Yeah. They did not get any fucking help through this shit whatsoever, man. Like,
I think we're supposed to be getting a stimulus check now, right?
yeah, another one, yeah. So, but yeah, they didn't get any kind of support like other small businesses. They were like, oh, fuck live music. Fuck these people.
Well, thank God that what's his name? The last when it happened, the last administration and stuff, they put that federal thing in there that was for musicians.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know that.
Because they didn't have to do that. But they made it for they extended it to gig workers.
Mm,
So that saved my ass, dude.
did it?
Oh yeah.
So were you just drawn? It was like drawn unemployment then?
Yeah, they gave us like $600 a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right on, man. Uh,
It was crazy, dude.
with all that, you have to like fill out taxes and shit, though, probably, huh? To prove that you were actually like paying your debts and shit.
Huh?
With all that, though, when you apply for that, you have to kind of be like on the books, though, right?
Right, which I was on the
I
books.
imagine, yeah, you're probably at the level where you couldn't have. I know you always talked about staying off the books, but I knew that when I was thinking about it later on in life, when I understood all that shit a little more, I was like, I bet Bob had to get on the books. When by the time you were with Century Media, and you just at some point you just got to, you start making too
Well,
much money.
you have to still file your taxes, but like when I stopped working like construction, uh, and it was just music, your my music, I wasn't making very much at all.
Yeah, especially compared to what you're putting into it.
Right, and all the cost of everything. So it was like, I think I made like 6 grand in 1 year, and it's after, of course, my expenses were paid and everything was paid, so I wasn't really making a lot of money. I was living,
Yeah,
off of it, but like I made like 6 grand on it, 10 was like the most, and it was like, it's not like a shitload of money.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's okay to, like, half the time when I file for taxes, it's not even like I have to pay very much,
Really. So let me pick your brain a little bit if you don't mind. Um,
Yeah.
so on average, on a good year, Bob Wayne, what do you pull in that's looks like profit?
Well, it's like I usually tour Europe for like 3 months, and I think we all make about, when we're on tour, we average each, and I have a full band, so you know, I have to pay everybody. It's like $500 a week. After all the expenses, you can pretty much bank on 500 a week, like
Is that
2 grand a
including your
month.
merch sales too, or is that just what you pull in the venues?
That's just what we split it at the end. So after all the gas, van, uh, everything like that, at the end, when it's all split up and it's all said and done, it's like $500 a week, which isn't a bad job, really.
No, that's
But
about what I
to
do
play,
to go to. That's probably about what I do.
to play music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's only for a few months. So, you know, you can only do that for like 3 months tops.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Then America's not as good.
America's fine because you don't have as much expenses.
Oh, so it kind of equals out.
Right.
Okay.
So you don't
Yeah.
have like, I have to spend 10 grand in flights
Yeah.
for 6 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So by the time we even just get to Europe, we're 10 grand in the hole.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and
then
that's
there's
not
the
even
van.
buying. Yeah, the renting the van and shit.
You got a van. You got I'm 15 G's down, in debt by when we set foot.
Yeah.
So
I-
it takes a while just to even get that back. That's why we have to tour so long.
Yeah. So then after that's all said and done, so what do you think Uncle Sam usually wants from you on a good Bob Wayne year?
I think the last time I had to pay like $500 or something,
That's not too bad. That's pretty reasonable.
500 or 600. I try to keep it at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If I can.
I got you. Right on. Yeah, I've always wondered just because I've never been that far in the books, you know.
And my royalties aren't shit. I get like $200 a month from Spotify or something.
I don't even get that, man.
I
You're
got my
lucky.
first YouTube check.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got insane followers on there. I'm surprised you just got your first one.
Well, because it takes a long time to get
Yeah, I was just saying, I think
monetized.
it's kind of hard to get that. That's good, man. You got some. You know what? I wish you would have done more content while you were stuck in quarantine, man. Because
I
your
know, but
videos are great, dude.
I appreciate that, man. But I was like, what am I gonna do? It's gonna get boring, I think. Just
Awesome. Well, that's when you start coming up with your ideas. You should have just did like videos of just you playing the characters, like half-hour episodes of just you playing characters.
yeah, I remember you really liked those Roadbound episodes when I was doing them. The thing is, it's a lot of work, dude.
Yeah, it is, man. Just doing these little things that I do is a lot of work, man. It's time consuming, and then the equipment's expensive, man.
It's a lot of work and editing and filming and lighting and it's like a job and it's not a lot of payout. So
A
you
lot
don't
of
really get. My first YouTube check was like $165.
yeah. Well, you're getting one thing. You're getting a lot of people are talking about your videos a lot, man. Like your music videos. Like you're getting to be a pretty good like known director for music videos, man.
Dude, wait till you see the one I just did.
We should talk, dude, because if you come out here, we'll talk about what it cost me to have you do one for the Stoned Evergreen Travelers while you're out here. If you bring your shit,
Well, it just depends. Yeah, it depends on the video.
how long do you think it takes to do something?
It depends on the video.
Yeah.
Like the one video we just did, it took like 2 weeks. But
What about the
we,
Leroy Virgil one where he's like fucking that one kind of the
which
one where
one?
the one where he
I did a
blows the
couple.
setup at the end?
That we did that in a day.
That one's pretty good. Uh, what about the one with him and Tanya Tucker?
2 days,
2 days.
3 days.
Okay. So which one's the real complicated one?
That's filming.
And then
That's not
yeah.
editing.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, no, that's filming. That's fine.
Yeah, so it depends on what you guys want. Like if you want like some crazy bunch of different, like the one that took so long is because they wanted all this green screen.
Oh,
And
shit.
like we had to build the green screen, we had to build the track, we had to, so that stuff it's way more complicated.
Yeah.
And a lot of different outfits and a lot of different, so it depends on what it is. Like it's going to be more expensive if it's like really complicated. If it's just like a one outfit, one look, one, like each look that they want to do is like a different, like if they want a few looks, few outfit changes, every scene change is because it's a whole new setup. So if it's just like one scene, like let's say they're just playing out in the desert, and you
Yeah.
want it to look cool, I can make it look cool and get blurry shit, and we can go in, maybe a little. But if you want like a whole storyline and like a short film, also how long is the song? Is it 2 minutes? Is it 5 minutes? because that's all more work, so, but I'll cut you a deal.
Yeah, maybe we could talk about that. That'd be cool.
Do you think they really want a video?
Oh, I know they do, and it's something that their idea, which I can't really explain to you right now because I can't remember exactly what it was. But I mean, I think with watching the stuff that you did with Leroy and the Barnyard Stompers and the other stuff that I've seen you do. I think that you would do really good with it because it's kind of horror themed, but it's not real in depth horror. Like it's like kind of like Devil's Rejects kind of horror.
Yeah, oh, I love that. I'm all
Yeah, so
about it.
it's not like really like, oh, blue screens, a lot of blue screens. There might be some outfit changes, but there might not even be that many outfit changes. We might be able to do it all with the one outfit for everybody.
Well, if it's just like, look, I don't care about outfits. More like if it's like a different scene,
Oh yeah, I got you.
if it's like, because then we got locations. How many locations do we got to go to? Is it like, you know, because all that shit's a different setup.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I could do one setup, it's a lot cheaper because it's easier to just do one setup, film them all around there. Because every setup you got to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Every setup. Okay, now we're gonna do here. We got to do that. But it's all good. But let me know and I'll bring my shit because I got good equipment.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah, and it'd be good for me too because I've been getting into doing some of those things too. So it'd be nice to just sit and watch you do it, so I could.
I actually have Shooter Jennings camera.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a really nice one.
You should take a picture of your balls when you send it back to him. So when he's
Oh shit.
no, I'm just kidding. That'd be amateur.
Then I'd be canceled.
Shooter Jennings would fucking cancel you because he saw your balls. No, but I'm just saying, if I was friends with somebody and they left their camera with me,
Yeah, I directed a video with my friend Corey, and for Walking Papers, I did 2 videos with them. One's dropping in like a
okay. So
couple
are those
weeks.
guys based out of Tacoma?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Kevin Fafferly from the Stone Evergreen Travelers, their band that's on my label. He loves that band, and I think wasn't Duff McKagan in that band for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about those guys. I didn't think they're a band still, but yeah.
The guy from Postpartum Depression, the singer, one of my favorite bands. I did 2. Did you see their last video that I just did?
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, I'll send it to you too. So I got to send you I could send you the link of the one I just did, but it's not released. But you can't because they're doing like a big
Yeah,
revolver.
just send me just I don't want that responsibility. Just send me the fucking one that
I
you.
don't want that responsibility.
It would get leaked, and you'd always remember like it was a dog butt. Remember the time Wayne Hancock gave us fucking CDs from his upcoming album from Bloodshot, and it was like a big hush hush. We got like 2 months in advance. We got it, and then it got leaked out, and everybody was looking at us. You're like, dog bite? I'm like, no, dude, the thing's been in the van the whole fucking time. I didn't fucking leak that fucking album out to anybody. We've been on tour.
Yeah, I don't even know how to use a CD player.
At one point in time, it was sitting on the floor of the camper, and I picked it up because I was like, I don't want this to get ruined. This is cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, shit just gets ruined on tour, man. It's hard to keep anything good there.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
All right,
fuck,
brother.
man. So you doing any lives? Oh, you're probably about over live streams too, huh?
I actually been having kind of fun the last couple ones.
Yeah, look like you're having fun tonight. I haven't seen you do one for a minute though. You must have been
The
kind of
one
burnt out.
last week, the one a week ago was horrible. I
Really?
couldn't I couldn't remember my YouTube password. People were waiting. I was getting flustered, and then my brain just I could not remember my YouTube password.
Huh.
And then later I went back because after the show, I finally gave up. So there was like 80 people. It said 80 people waiting, and I couldn't get in there.
Huh.
So all those people were just like, fucked, I just like didn't show up. But really, I couldn't remember the password. And then I got flustered. I said, fuck it. And then later when I went back and tried to do it again, it was still in there. I had one letter wrong.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's always how it is. Or I accidentally hit cap lock with my big sausage fingers or
Right,
something.
right. But so this week I started early and I like to make sure I didn't fuck anything up.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had fun.
Yeah, it looked like you had fun. You're all like, "Am I leaving to go buy steaks, or is somebody gonna tip me? I'll stay and play more songs, but I'm getting hungry. And
But
the
see,
hungrier I get."
I'm getting my live stream voice going. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, at first it was weird. Now I'm like, are we getting beans? I got to go to Walmart now. Am I eating beans tonight or what?
Yeah.
There's 20s coming in. You know?
Yeah. Then I heard you tell a story about Rick Ness leaving your suitcase in a parking lot.
And that guy that found the suitcase was on there.
Yeah, that was cool because I'd never heard that story from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good tour. I forget about that one, man.
Yeah, that was fun.
I opened up for you guys at Jackson's in Kennewick, I think.
Oh wow, that's right.
Yeah, that was your sister's. I don't know if they're still married or not.
Yeah,
But
they're still married.
are
Yeah.
they? Yeah, his parents own that place. I think that was cool.
Yeah, he died. The
Oh,
dad.
really?
That sucks.
Who died?
Ken, the owner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Yeah, that was a cool place, man. There's not, dude. Good venues are hard to find these days, man. I don't know if you have the problem because now you're a big rock star and stuff. You're not on like dog bite bologna sandwich, fucking uh, quality venues, but you kind of still are. I mean, I guess but they just people like you a little more.
Dude, we play, we're not like famous or anything.
Yeah, but I think like if a good venue's in town, they'll pick you up though. Sometimes it's harder. There's not as many options, I guess is what I'm saying,
Okay, so you have the Showbox, you have El Corazon, you have this, and I play Slims every time.
Yeah.
But I think Slims is good. But
I like Slims.
Some people would say it's the small,
I don't think so. I think Slims is probably like the third, like you said, but Dana's a fucking businessman though, man. He's never not.
I love Dana.
I do too, and he's never not paid me, but the pay is probably a little better at Slim's because Dana's a fucking businessman. Unless you're packing his fucking giant venue, you're gonna make like $40.
Yeah.
And when Dara and all those guys are not Dara, but I can't remember that gal's name. I'm sorry.
Dara.
Is it Dara? I thought Dara was the one at fucking in Richland at Emerald.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, I was talking about Slims. What's that gal's name?
Oh, Celeste.
Celeste, that's right. Yeah, I mean they'll always take care of you, man.
Oh yeah, barbecue and shit.
Yeah, I love that, man. That was gonna be so much fun. We had that big show in Tacoma booked, and we're gonna play that, and then we're gonna play the next night at Slim's.
Dude.
This was set. That 2020 was set to be a good year for Ruckus concerts too, man. And yeah, it all went to fucking shit. But I've had worse years though. I'll tell you that. That's what I tell everybody. I've had worse years in 2020. In hindsight,
oh yeah,
I have. And I try to be thankful because I was essential the whole time. So I've been to work every day. I got raises because of this. I've went up in my company because of this, and we have had great sales in the record store. So like, we've definitely had worse years than 2020. I just miss being able to do live shows.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah, I know that this has been rough for you, man. This is what you do, dude, and fucking. I can't imagine.
It's been weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I think
I'm just like sitting here waiting,
Yeah. Like you're in fucking purgatory or something, huh?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like music purgatory is what it probably feels like for people like you and the Gallows and all you guys that actually work and do this for a living, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it. Let's
Yeah.
book the barbecue tour.
Yep. So for those of you folks, we'll probably wrap this up by saying, if you want to see Bob Wayne in your backyard playing, he'll even flip some burgers for you. I bet.
Hell yeah.
He's a good cook. I've had his cooking many of times.
Hell yeah.
He's pretty good at it. So, but yeah, if you guys want that, hit us up. I'm helping him book it. Also, I think we'll probably be working on. I think it's fair to announce that we'll be working on giving the merch store a facelift pretty quick too.
Yeah, getting a new t-shirt.
Maybe a couple other things. We'll see. Yeah. So, yeah, because I think all your fans, man, they've bought that shit 3 times over. Probably. I swear to God,
I know.
your fans are great, man. I send orders out to like the same people like 4 times a year.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're great, man. And
They're
like I
lifers,
was saying,
dude.
man, they were most of them. 99% of them, when that whole shit with Rogue happened, were so like understanding and cool about it. Like somebody hit me up the other day and was like, "Hey, I still haven't got my copy of Rogue," and they were like from Switzerland. I'm like, "I'm so sorry," and they were like, "It's okay, like we understand," and it's been like well over a year since they ordered the shit,
Did
so
I send it?
I sent you a text, so I hope so.
Yeah, because I sent some shit out of the country.
Did you? Yeah, then you must have sent it because
And it was also Kentucky.
I did a follow up to it too, man. And you answered and said Switzerland, so I think that you sent
Okay,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, and fucking shipping is insane right now for costs, man. Like, uh, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how we can do better there. But yeah, so we're working on that in the merch storefront.
All right, brother. I love you, man.
I love you too, man. Take it easy. Have a good night, and I'll chop this up and figure out
Dude,
how to keep the good stuff and get rid of.
sorry, buds, but some of that shit's got to go.
Yeah, you guys are
Bob
missing
Wayne
the
is
real
you.
good stuff because we fucking. I don't edit very much, but we're gonna edit some shit out.
Any drug overdoses or promiscuous behavior.